Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there.
He's really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know.
Okay, what is back there? Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just wondering if you found...
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel it wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good... Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the do. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you...
The color has drained from his face.
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me.
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not. What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that...
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling. Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary... For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost... Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area. Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion. Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved. Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company. You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those...
Against the doom it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we... Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they...
He really doesn't like it being classier.
What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy. She's not my taste. Good thing she pays...
Wow. She really isn't his...
Now, was there anything else? I have like 4,000 coasters to stack. And then I need to wash dishes because it turns out I have to do that too now. Yes?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. You see yourself. The expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in... Still not happened. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. Still not. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. Still not. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the... Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. You see your face, such as it. The bed is still cold from the... The unchanged linens are only getting greasier and greasier every time you crawl among them, like some wounded...
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a...
This respite. You've earned it, brother. Bask in... No, this is the one before that.
Enjoy it while...
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's...
Go. This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next. This window is pristine on the inside. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. A two-hearted spider. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, ending him. From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than 72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition, a Belmargrave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, none that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the
From where, precisely? I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance? Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nest. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
It's you again. What is it? Why? Sounds like you're making her a suspect. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Nothing is happening. The pieces...
It's you again. What is it? Why? You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit.
Yeah, fuck off.
Sounds like Ruby's...
And
Ruby is missing.
That's nothing.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus.
It's you again. What is it?
Nothing is happening.
It's you again. What is it?
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze.
Because she was here all night with...
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No. All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl.
This complex operation is...
Just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and...
He's been through it. That means... All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. You got his attention. Now don't ruin it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
How? People say,
East Delta Pinball Arcade.
okay, but how'd you get up?
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop. Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come...
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears.
it's a dumb waiter, not an industrial.
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it? I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. That's wall mystery down there. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it? Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby? God damn it, Carl. Are you kidding?
Don't say funny things. He looks calm, but these are serious accusations.
Just a thought experiment. Let's go on.
Footprints. Recent. Horizontal? I see they taught you well in your RCM school. Good news is,
He knows they had to be recent for those lines to still read. This wasn't a failure.
I don't like guessing, Carl.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was...
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key.
Now, the ribbon was old, faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
Why? This doesn't make sense.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiot. 72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab? No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah, and they don't put hair on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
Firmly doesn't go well with coulda, but aroused does not put that bullet in.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like, but what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But
That looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around.
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
You lost your gun?
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder? Of course not. And Ruby didn't use...
stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun.
Then why the fuck was he asking you for your gun, huh? When he tried shooting himself or some shit.
That's a solid logic structure. Do something. This is bad.
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you, militia. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon...
You just showed him a breech-loading gun.
A broken old broomstick is what you showed.
Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullets. The blonde man looks at the mushroomed death.
Yeah, the bitch is jacked.
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight.
Yeah, everyone...
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little sick.
Look who's finally speaking. Ratty's been uncharacteristically quiet since you started theorizing. Maybe he has something to get. He probably just doesn't like her.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough.
I don't knock up. Why don't you find...
Hey, lost gun right here.
Easy now, Al.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do it.
Phase 3. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it?
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit.
Really, Shanks? Closio wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan.
Time for a logics demonstration.
You're on thin ice.
It's a thought exercise, Titus. Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Alone. I don't.
If she used us, then that's a serious violation.
But she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending?
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good. Silence. The old man, a very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked, I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing?
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see... I told you. You. No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. Sure. Normal. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure. She said you have a funny taste in clothes. Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock. That you're a human can't.
And then when they're all empty, just move on. Onto the next can. Don't look back.
Fucking hell. Titus did...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about...
Silence. He nods.
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her. She's not far. We know that much. She didn't...
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand.
Yeah, Al.
She's not really, hardy.
She's not, Glenn. A little.
Where have you looked for her?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking?
Lizzie needed some air. No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Sure, there are some shithouses there. A cinderblock town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash.
We will start there. One more question.
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man. It'll have to.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. You know, I don't usually do this. I just measure things, but...
No, we're good.
Why not? You could turn the thing into an actual police force. Afraid you would actually have to follow the law.
Rich boy law is a sham. It only works for the Wild Pines lady. So keep your lab and watch your... The coast is a dangerous place for long.
Oh, sorry, officer. What do you want? René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like That's their old name, dating back to the time. There were many reasons, but mostly it was a common. I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents.
The trap is... The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth. There's no echo. And maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here. We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. In conclusion, she could be under any building. I hope not.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
just dead and dying low. Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest in the distance you can...
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there, in the whirling in rags. To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps, but anyone could have made this. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it? It's not possible to climb that ladder, and even if it were...
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Juan? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move. You see, a slogan used to intertwine with...
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer.
So you haven't seen anyone?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off.
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone. A few locusts trudge along the wall of the train. A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first...
That, over there. Must be the boy class you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner, actually. Smells a little... There's something in there, splashing around. A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
Well, damn. We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore. I have no idea. Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope. In my experience, cryptids are generally uninteresting.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point. You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to a shot glass is worth.
Well, damn. We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
The trap is filled with dead. A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing 10 meters from them. A single person, a cold... There's no way the perk isn't here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed. Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit.
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.